Howdy ho everybody, it is Josh here with another pickups video. I've got a ton of stuff over the past couple weeks and I can't wait to show you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into this because that's really all you guys want to see is video games, right? So, Kijiji deals. I only had one really Kijiji deal-ish type of thing. I picked up these games from a guy who had them marked at, I think the total would have been like $5 a piece, and one was 10. I asked if he'd take 15 for all three, and he thankfully said yes. So Loco Roco 2, I really like the first one, haven't played the second one. It's one of those kind of quirky PSP games that I really like. The one that I really wanted, Me and My Katamari. I really like the Katamari games. They take a little bit to get into, but they are a lot of fun. I think I have almost all of them now. I think I'm missing one or maybe one on the PS2. And then one that I've really been looking for. Now, obviously, a lot of people know Parappa the Rappa, and that's really expensive now on PS1. But this is kind of the rock-ish brother of that. Jammer Lammy. It's kind of like the guitar version of Parappa the Rappa. Still really cool. This is the one he had for 10. I asked if he'd take 5 for it, including the other ones, and he thankfully said yes. So really happy to add those 3 titles to my collection. I've been buying a lot more PSP stuff recently. You're going to see that a little bit later on in the video, so hang in there and we'll get there shortly. Next, I'm going to run through the limited run game shipments that I've had come in over the past few weeks. This first game I got, and I don't really know why I got it. It didn't really interest me, but I was kind of going for a full limited run set. That has since changed. I'm no longer buying all of the games because, let's be honest, it's just some of them aren't worth it, and it's getting a little out of hand sometimes with the amount of releases per month they're putting out. So the one is Dear Esther Landmark Edition. It's another kind of walking sim, but from what I've seen, I don't think I'll really enjoy it as much as I liked Firewatch, and I didn't even like Firewatch that much, so we'll see how this one goes. We'll see if it even stays in my collection. I might be selling that one off. Next is The Swindle on PS4. Really cool kind of heist game. I also got that on the PS Vita. Almost said PSP. PS Vita as well, so another one to add to the Vita collection, which is always nice. Next up, Runner 2 on PS4. I like the first Runner. Never played the second one, so that's cool. Also as well on the Vita. So beefing up that Vita collection, which is really sweet. The last 2 here are Pang Adventures, which is basically like Buster Bros, Super Buster Bros, or anything like that you used to play. Really cool. I enjoyed it. It's pretty good. I haven't played this version of it, but the other ones is pretty much an HDized version of that game, from everything that I can tell. And the very last one, which is the one I was most excited about, is Astabreed. Who knows how to say this game? I don't know if anyone does. Really cool to pick that up on PS4. Yeah, some of the games Limited Run Games puts out, they seem a little sketchy. There was one of like a kind of like a hack and slash with like Japanese women. I passed on that one. That one didn't really seem to interest me, so I officially don't have a full Limited Run game set anymore. And there's been a couple more they've announced that I've already decided I'm not gonna purchase. So we'll see how it goes from here. Next up, I've been hitting up my local microplay. Actually, all the microplays in the area, really. We've got 3. I've been hitting them up probably once a week, and every time I go in there, I find something that I want. And the prices are really good on these. I have to admit, I really like that. I catch them slipping on some of this stuff. Not that, I want to get all this stuff to resell, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff still. So, continuing on with the PSP trend here. This one I picked up just because I've never heard of it before, and it does seem kind of interesting. It's called Grip Shift on the PSP. It kind of looks like one of those crazy, wacky race games. It was only $2.99, so I figured I would take the chance on that. Next up, Ape Escape on the Loose. Ape Escape games are always fun. For $5, I couldn't pass that up. And this one, okay, this is one that if you watch any kind of PSP top 10 list or hidden gem list, anything like that, you're gonna see this game on there. And I had to pick it up for that reason, and that is Jean d'Arc. Jean d'Arc. Jean d'Arc. Anyways, $5 on that one. More of like a strategy RPG. Not really my thing, but for $5 I couldn't pass it up. Next, this is kind of cool. So I picked up one of these already, but I figured I would buy it again because there's got to be somebody out there who's kind of interested in it, and that is Time Warp Dragon's Lair 2. This is the DVD, but that does say PlayStation 2 compatible on there, which is the reason I picked it up. The one that I currently have did not have that. Obviously, it would still work on the PS2 though, because it is a DVD. But really cool Dragon's Lair games if you're into Dragon's Lair and full motion video. Actually, not full motion video, just like motion video cartoons where you kind of input commands, quick time events, that kind of thing. You'll have fun with this one. So pick that up. And I took my other one to the Barry Game Exchange. I didn't sell it off, but I'm sure I'll find someone at some point. And this is the one I was really excited to find, Space Ace. I didn't have this one in my collection yet, so really cool to have that added. Both of those were $5 a piece, so I couldn't pass them. This next one I also already had, but I had it on the original Xbox, and I have number 2 on the PlayStation 2, and I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to 1 and 2, and I like having them on the same system if I can. So that first one is Taito Legends on the PS2, so pick that up. So now this will match nicely with my Taito Legends 2. They'll look nice together, and I'm also selling off my Taito Legends 1 on the Xbox. Also took that to the Barry Game Exchange. This one is really cool. A while back I picked up this, I don't think it was this game, but I think it was the original one for the PSP. This is the second one that came out. I think it also came out on PSP, I could be wrong, but obviously came out on the Wii, so I couldn't pass it up for the price. Ridiculous. Obscure the Aftermath, kind of a survival horror, teen survival horror, kind of like if you watch The Faculty, that kind of thing. That's what it reminds me of. $2.99 on that. Could not pass that deal up. When I saw it there, I was like, oh my goodness, I had to buy it. So really happy to find that. So thank you, Microplay, for screwing up on your prices. No, I don't think you're screwing up, but you know. Next was one of the only, well, not full price, but higher price items that I picked up. Horizon Zero Dawn from Microplay. I've only heard good things about this game. Everyone I'm talking to is saying it's great. A lot of people are comparing it to Zelda. I think that's a bit of an unfair comparison because I think they're kind of very different. But still, I've heard only good things. Everyone says to play it, so I couldn't hold back. I couldn't resist any longer, so I bought it. And I haven't played it yet. I've been so involved in Zelda right now with one of my friends, and we've just been going through that. So I kind of want to finish Zelda before I jump into this full time, and we'll see how it goes. But like I said, a must play. Next is another game that I think Microplay also severely mispriced. One that is kind of very hard to come by, very rare. This is the only time I've ever seen this game ever, even including like game swaps and stuff like that. Contact on the Nintendo DS. Now, this is kind of like an Earthbound-ish type game, published by Atlas, kind of quirky, really cool to have it. Also a bit of an RPG. I don't know if I'm super into it or not, we'll find out. Anyways, if you see the price on there, $5, it goes for way more than that, so really happy to pick that up. And the last couple I picked up, not at the Microplay in town, but one a little ways away. The first one, I have this game already, but as I've said in the past, if I see a game out in the wild, even if I already have it and I think that it's really good, I'll pick it up because on the off chance, there will be someone out there who will also be interested in this game, just because I think it's good, hopefully. Anyways, this is going to be, I'm going to throw the term out. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to throw the term out. It's a hidden gem.
Hidden gems?
Ooh, does that tickle your ears a little bit? Hidden gem? PSP hidden gem. Ooh, getting a little more exciting here. Ooh, getting shivers. All right, Miami Vice, the game. That's right, Miami Vice. What a great game on the PSP. I will describe it as kind of Gears of War-esh mashed with Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil. We'll say that. Really cool. Basically, it's kind of like a third-person shooter. You stop, you aim, you shoot, you take cover. I've never heard so much swearing in a game before in my life. It's ridiculous. And there's like mini games where, you know, you collect evidence in in the game world, I guess, and then you go to like an overhead view, and then you basically have to buy and sell drugs to make money, and there's little hacking mini games and stuff. Really fun. I would definitely pick it up. $5, I couldn't pass it up. I already have it, like I said, but I'll find somebody who will play that as well. I might actually keep it as well because it's ad hoc multiplayer, so there's co-op multiplayer shooter. It's on PSP. It's kind of weird. So the next two that I picked up, pretty excited to get these. This one I'm going to give a shout out to Lost Gamer 8519. He's the one who showed me that this game existed. Kind of piqued my interest. So ever since I saw it in his video, I've been watching for it in my area, and I finally found it, and it actually only came in the day before I got there. So talk about timing, right? Furu Park on the Nintendo Wii. It's kind of like a collection of mini games made by Taito. You can see some of the Taito mascots on there. Pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about like some of the games that I've seen. They look kind of quirky and weird, but I think that's what the Nintendo Wii's all about. So happy to pick that up, and that was only $7. Could not leave it there for that price. Now this one is really cool. A lot of people haven't heard about this game. Never mind, a lot of people don't know that it got a physical release. So I walked into the microplay, I looked around, I saw this on the shelf, I was like, oh my gosh, that's there. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this, and I just couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a physical disc of it. So I bought it, of course, and that is 88 Heroes on the PS4. So this is kind of an interesting game. You basically like stereotypical like mega villain takes over the world, and you've got all the regular heroes are busy, and you're stuck with like the leftovers to try to take down the big bad guy, essentially. So there's 88 heroes in this, clearly by the name of the title, and then that's all one-hit deaths with them. And there's 88 levels, and you have 88 minutes to beat the game. So what can I say? It's pretty ridiculous. Some of the heroes you get are really good, and some of them are so useless, and you hope they die fast, but you try to beat the level with them anyway. Pretty cool. I would suggest picking it up. I found it at my microplay for $30. Brand new, and I think that's a total steal. Go and check this game out. Published by Rising Star Games, and they do a lot of interesting publishings on the PS4 and the PS3 as well. So it's another kind of, I'll say kind of limited-ish games that came out. This came out off of, I think it was I Am 8-Bit. So heard a lot of good things about this game. I finally saw that they were releasing a physical version of it. I'm going to give another shout out to MT Shark 7. Mark the Shark gave me a heads up, kind of threw this at me on Facebook and saying, hey, are you picking this up? And I said, I am now. I didn't realize it was available yet, and that is Hyper Light Drifter on the PS4. Sweet. It's kind of like the old school Zelda games. I haven't played it. I'm only speaking from what I've seen and heard, but the one cool thing about this is that this case is very heavy. So there's a manual in here. There's something like this is 3 times as heavy as any PS4 game you'll pick up. So there's a lot in here. I haven't opened it up yet, but I will. Another one that I'm going to put off to the side just for a little while while I finish off Zelda. The last 2 things I picked up from I Am 8-Bit showed up today, so I'm happy to finally add these to my collection. Res Infinite. It's a continuation of the Res games from PS2. Pretty sweet. It does say VR mode included, but you do not need a VR to play this game. You can play it normally on your regular TV. It just also has a VR mode. If you have a VR, it will kind of make it that much cooler, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. But still really cool to pick up. I don't think a lot of people knew about this game. And this one's kind of cool. It's not really game related in a way. It's kind of nerd related though. The Power Rangers vinyl soundtrack came out. It looks awesome. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to open it up probably later tonight and listen to it. But the artwork is amazing. There's the front, there's the back. I got the Megazord on there, so it has like all the theme songs and everything on there. Sweet. I like these little kind of quirky vinyl, and I Am 8-Bit is a great place to get vinyl, video game vinyl if you're interested. Okay, on to the last segment of this video. So I haven't done this in a while, but games in the garbage. As many of you know, I work in kind of the garbage industry-ish, so things I find there are kind of interesting. I'm not going to show everything because not everything's super interesting. I find a bunch of random cables. So Game Boy Advance cables, DS, or Game Boy Advance chargers, DS chargers. I got a PS3 controller, some Xbox 360 controllers, a bunch of like power cords. I picked one up for an NES, I think. I picked up some NES controllers, things like that. I'm not going to show you because they're kind of crazy and all over the place. But this I did pick up, mostly because Bill from SDC Pod brought it to my attention that this game is actually worth a lot more than what it would seem to be worth. So yeah, I picked it up. It is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on the PS2, completely free. Found it in the garbage. It's in good shape. I did have to replace the case. Everything else was great though. But yeah, interesting to have. Worth a lot more than you would think. What can I say? I'm considering selling it, but I also did kind of grow up in that Harry Potter timeline, so I kind of wish that, I don't know, I might keep it and try it out one day. This is the coolest thing I picked up from the garbage in a long time. I don't even know if it works, guys. I really don't. And it is absolutely filthy. I haven't cleaned it because I want you guys to see what it looks like. It is a Super Nintendo. Yeah, it's got grit all over my fingers in the dirt. But yeah, Super Nintendo, there it is. You can see the reset button's kind of, oh, there, it came back. I thought it was stuck for a sec. But super, super dirty. I don't know if that's going to show up on video or not. I haven't tested it. Everything kind of seems like it's in decent shape. Even the power port at the back still has that little plastic piece that always breaks. I also found with the Super Nintendo controllers and the power cord for it, just no AV cables, but every time I find AV cables out in the wild, I pick them up. So I've got about like eight or 10 of them just laying around, so no worries there. I'm considering making a video about this, cleaning it up and seeing if it actually works. I'll do the whole like the cliche does it work garbage find Super Nintendo and see if it works. I don't know, we'll see. I'll make it super clickbaity. But yeah, that's pretty sweet to find in the garbage. Who knows why people throw these things out, but whatever, their loss is my gain. So that's going to do it for this video. That is all my pickups for the past many weeks, even before the Barry Game Exchange. I just haven't had a chance to make a video and actually show you guys what I got. So thank you very much for sticking around and watching this whole video. Leave me down a comment down below. Just say hi. Let me know how your day is going, that kind of thing. I love talking to all of you. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.